But now that ChatGPT is here, ChatGPT has done everything. And so our profits have, increased and gone through the roof. And I'm going to show you how you can use these same strategies and tools to help you in your business. So the first one I want to start with, of course, is ChatGPT. Everybody has heard of ChatGPT. If you have a question or you want some advice or anything like that, you can just go and type it into ChatGPT. What makes ChatGPT really work, however, is the prompts. Some people have used ChatGPT, and if you don't give it the correct prompt, it's not going to give you a really great answer. Another thing you should know about ChatGPT is that there's a paid version and a free version. So the paid version gives you more plugins and it gives you better answers, and you can put longer input into it. So I'm not going to get into this. I'm going to, at the end of the presentation, I'm going to give you guys a link for an expanded version of this, but I just wanted to give you the top, 10 to 20 tools that you can use. But using prompts properly is really going to help you with your ChatGPT success. All right, so another one that you may not have heard of is Claude. Claude is also like ChatGPT. You can go and put, search queries, ask it for questions, advice to pull up information for you. What I have found with Claude, they also have a paid version and you can put in more data, like you can feed it 30 pages of information and it will give you whatever information you want, whereas ChatGPT doesn't do that. A lot of the experts that I work with actually use both ChatGPT and Claude to compare them and to get the best ideas of both. So you guys can use this in your business. Who is my ideal avatar? Who is my ideal target audience? What are the pain points that my ideal target market would feel? Where do they live? What's a good price point for my product? These are all things, that you can use in your business. How can I make my business more efficient, etc.? Claude, ChatGPT will help you with that. And there's another one, and Perplexity. Perplexity is just completely 100. It's an AI, it's 100% AI powered answer engine. So whereas ChatGPT and Claude will pull information that already exists from the internet, Perplexity is able to do that and more. It can almost think on its own, and it comes up with more original content than ChatGPT and Claude. So that's one that you guys may not have heard of. So you're going to want to write those down, or actually you'll get a copy of this presentation, but you might want to remember that. So there's ChatGPT, there's Claude, and there's Perplexity. Now, one of the things I was telling you, if you get the paid version of ChatGPT, you can actually integrate it with Canva. So what that means is you can say, hey, I'm a fashion designer and I want to come up with a banner that shows a very high fashion woman, with a background in Paris that says sale, 20% off. You can ask ChatGPT or Claude to write you a quick banner with the right context, and then give it whatever colors you want, and it will actually produce different images for you in Canva. So again, whereas before, if you had to get someone to design your flyers or your presentations or your graphic design work, you'd have to pay somebody to do it. And with Canva, they have a free version and a paid version, but it's not more than maybe 20 bucks a month. So if you want to do any design, Canva is very good for that. It's a free tool online and it will help you come up with social media posts. It can help you do presentations, posters, videos. They already have templates. They have an AI feature so you can remove a background. You can change the background. I could change this from, this pattern to a solid blue if I want to. So, you have a lot of creative freedom using, this AI tool. Yeah, like I said, they have a lot of templates. You can actually feed it your brand colors. So you can give it your HTML codes or whatever, and your fonts, as well as your language or your tonality. And it will keep that in mind in the designs that you do. and it can also format things. So again, this saves a lot of time and it saves a lot of money. So let's say you ask it to design a YouTube cover banner for you, or you ask it to design a Facebook banner for you, and it does a great job. Then you can say, wonderful. Now give this to me in dimensions for Pinterest. Give this to me in dimensions for Instagram. Instagram is usually a 1080 by 1080, so it's like a square. Then you can say, give me the same image, but resize it and reformat it for LinkedIn. So now it's going to be longer. And it does all of that automatically, right? You can even ask ChatGPT to give you a list of 30 different sayings and then put that into an Excel sheet or a CSV and import that into Canva, and Canva will put all of those quotes on a background, and instantly you'll have, 30 days worth of social media posts. So whenever I teach these classes, one of the concerns people have is they say they have an inability to think about different content ideas and they don't have time or the skill set to design things. And now with AI, you can do it, right? So here's just an example of some of the different YouTube thumbnails or posts that, or sorry, graphic designs that I've used to post on different social media channels, and you can do it relatively quickly. And again, all of these different designs that you may not have even been able to think of, they have templates for them. It also gives you inspiration for you to think about different design ideas yourself. Um, I want to get into so much more detail, but I'm going to have to save it for another webinar. But I just want to let you know that YouTube thumbnails, if you guys do any video marketing, YouTube thumbnails with faces in them convert like 90% more than images that don't have a face on them. So whenever you're designing your stuff, put a face on them. Okay, that's just a quick note. So now there's another design tool. It's called Midjourney. Midjourney is similar to ChatGPT, and you have to give it prompts. So you could say, create an image of a panda bear using suntan lotion on Miami Beach, right? Wearing thongs, for example, or Speedos. Midjourney will create that for you. So almost anything that you can think of, you can ask it to create for you, and it will give you different versions. You can pick a particular version and say, I like this, but make the chair blue. You can ask for it to give you cinematic view or like clip art view or a camera view. You can tell it to make it look like a painting. You can do so many things and use your imagination. And it's also, AI is really a great way for you to not only use it to enhance your own business, but to come up with other business ideas and other revenue generating opportunities, meaning you can create a children's book, you can create a recipe book. There are all sorts of things that you can do that you may not have been able to do before. You can create labels for different products, right? And not have to hire an expensive brand person who may not even capture what it is you want. So Midjourney is another one. You feed it prompts and it will create images for you. Like once I did one, for anti-gun violence, and I said, make me a picture of 4 women that look like housewives that are unhappy with, blank shirts. And, so AI is really wonderful for that. Now, another thing I want to introduce you to is something called 11 Labs. Now, this is, let's say you want to promote your business, you should be using video. Again, that's the first thing I started with. I think if you have no money, time, resources, experience, if you don't want to be the face of your business, video is the way to go. All the social media platforms love it, and you can leverage like the transcript and the text on other platforms. So I always say start with video. However, if you don't have time for video and if you don't want to be on the video, you can actually clone your voice. You can clone your voice and you can clone yourself, and I can make another Nakimbe. So while I'm in the garden, while I'm in the back gardening, I can have AI do a whole presentation with me moving. All I have to do is record my voice for about 1 to 3 minutes, reading something, and AI will capture my voice and recreate it for me. I can go into ChatGPT and say, write me a speech or write me a monologue or write me a 3-minute commercial. And I would take that transcript and feed it into my voice clone, and it would sound like me reading it, right? So AI can do all sorts of things like that. So 11 Labs is a human quality voice generator. Another thing that's nice about this, it's very realistic. You can change the pitch and the tone and the speed and the level of animation so that it actually captures your real voice. But it also allows for translation. So if I translated an entire ebook, for example, I told you guys you can use AI for different, affiliate marketing or different income generating ideas and opportunities outside of and including your business. But if you use if you use something like this, you just feed it into ChatGPT and I could create an audiobook. And then let's say my audiobook is in English. I can say, translate this into French, Spanish, and German and Japanese. And then I can take that exact same ebook. I can go into Canva or Midjourney. I can say, create a cover for this ebook and go and sell it online, in your Stan store for $27 and just start to make some residual passive income that way. So like I say, it wouldn't be me standing up here recording videos for hours and hours and hours. It would be me recording myself once, do all sorts of hand gestures, and that all gets captured and can be recreated. So like I said, you can not only clone your voice, but you can actually clone yourself. And here's another AI tool that will do that for you. The next few are going to be about creating a brand ambassador for yourself, for example. So before, if you didn't want to be the face of your business, you might have to hire an actor and all of that costs money. But now, you can get AI. I mean, it still costs money, maybe $20, $30 a month. That's an incredible cost savings compared to what it would cost you to hire a real person. So some of these AI avatar tools, one of them is DID. So again, it will give you can pick whatever look of a person you want to represent your business. Go into ChatGPT, have it write a transcript for you, take that transcript, feed it into this platform, and then the person will start to say what it is you want them to say. So here's my DID account. You can see up here in the top, that's me, and then there's a me in red in the bottom. So this, when I give it transcripts and allow it to do its thing, it looks like it's me talking. So even in some of the courses that I sell, it looks like I'm the one standing there teaching you, but it's really all AI. Like I said, I'm out in the backyard fiddling with the garden, right? So DID is one of them. Synthesia is another one. Synthesia is nice because it gives you templates for presentations and all sorts of different scenarios. Like if you have to do a pitch deck, for example, it will have templates for that. If you're doing, I don't know, all the different types of presentations you can do, but it gives you a bunch of templates. It gives you videos and backgrounds or images for backgrounds. So it's very creative. It will normally give you just a few avatars to choose from in the beginning, but then again, if you upgrade and get the paid version, you can have access to more avatars. Hey Jen is another one. Hey Jen can actually look like a person walking down the street talking about a product, but it's not. It's all just AI. So for example, this is a screenshot of what it looks like when you search for Hey Jen, and I've included the URLs there for you. But if I had more of a screenshot here, you would see that this gentleman, he looks like he's in an office. So he's talking, he's moving around, he looks very real. So there's DID, which is just general sort of avatar talking. There's Synthesia, which gives you different templates for presentations or sales decks or whatever you need, training, safety, health and safety awareness at work, onboarding, HR, for example. Synthesia will have an avatar and presentation templates. And Hey Jen just makes it look like they're walking on the street or in their backyard or something. So it's a little bit more realistic. Now, so that's it for avatars and stuff like that. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about video, because you can use those avatars to make videos. You can use those avatars and feed them long scripts so they can do long monologues or presentations. But now those videos need to be edited. And again, that takes time, resources, and sometimes some skill. So these next few AI tools that I'm going to introduce you to will take care of that. So Descript is it's a way for you to edit videos. It just basically helps you with your video production. So let's say you use ChatGPT or Perplexity or Claude to write a script for you, and you want to be the face of it. You don't want to use the avatar. It will give you the script. So you're recording it on your phone like this, but there's also a teleprompter. Now, the challenge with that is sometimes if you're, using your phone, you might have background noise, or, you can very much obviously tell that you're reading a teleprompter because of the way your eyes are. So with this AI technology, it will actually shift your eyes from looking to the side to make them look straight in the video output, no matter where you're looking in real life. And it also helps to give you like a studio sound. So my room currently, it's kind of empty. And so there's like a little bit of an echo. If I was using AI, I could remove that. So here's a perfect example of, you can even do it with pictures, right? So there on the left is a picture, the lady's looking away. She could be speaking, or it could just be a picture. But Hey Jen will fix it so that her eyes look like they're looking directly at you. So you don't have to worry about any fancy photo editing software or skill set or hiring anybody or anything like that. Now, speaking of, videos and background noise, there are several AI tools that you can use to remove this kind of thing. So media.io is one of them. If there was a lawnmower going right now, or if there was chatter in the background, or my granddaughter, or if there was wind, if it was sounding spacious like this, media.io can reduce all that noise. Another one that works very well is Adobe Podcast. So if you don't have a nice fancy studio, but you want to record something, and again, it sounds like this, you can use this AI tool, Audio Podcast, and it's going to make it sound like you are in a high-end podcast studio. Another one that works very well is Crisp. Crisp will also cancel out noise that's around you, and you can tell it what to ignore and what to pick up, right? And yeah, so those are the noise sort of reduction, canceling AI tools. I'm going to introduce you to some video editing tools now. So Munch and Opus Pro Clip, I'm going to show you in a little bit. Let's say, so again, like I said in the beginning, if you don't have any time, money, experience, you don't want to be the face of your business and you want your business to grow, you don't have money for advertising, video is the way to go. You can put them on YouTube, you can put them, and YouTube is the second largest search engine, right? So you want to make sure you have a presence there. You want to make sure you have a presence on social media. But you have to realize for social media, people are not there. They don't have a pain point. They're not going to social media usually to solve a problem. They're usually looking for a quick dopamine fix, right? When people have a problem, they go and search for solutions, which is why you want to be on YouTube. Now, the thing with YouTube and Instagram and Meta is everyone likes short form videos. Nobody wants to watch a 3-minute video or a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video, especially on social media. So what you can do is, if you make a long video, you can use tools like Munch and Opus Pro Clip, which I'm going to show you in a minute, to take, let's say you make a 45-minute podcast or a 45-minute interview or a 45-minute explanation of why people should do business with you. You could feed that long video that, again, you can create, or you can get your avatar to create it. It doesn't matter. And you could feed it into something like Munch, And it will take your 45-minute clip or your 10-minute clip, and it will look for the highlights. It will look for the hooks. It will look for the aspects of your business, of your video, sorry, that have the highest virality potential, and cut them into clips for you. It will also put captions on there for you, and you can choose, your caption style. It will give you little emojis, right? It could give you B-roll and insert video clips into your video, because one of the things that captures people's attention is a lot of change, a lot of noise, a lot of letters going by. If it's just monotonous, then people are bored. So you can use, again, instead of going and paying an editor, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to spend hours editing your video, you just take your video, you put it in something like Munch, and it will clip it for you into, let's say, 10 viral videos. And then now you've got like 10 days worth of content. Every day you can post a short 1-minute clip or a short 30-second clip that, again, AI has taken care of in terms of the most poignant parts, or the parts with the highest virality potential, etc. So Munch is one of them. You can also use Opus Pro Clip. This is the one that I use for no particular reason, except I was introduced to it first. And it will even give you different versions. It will suggest different titles. It will ask you, is there a particular person you want to focus on? Is there a particular keyword you want us to focus on when we are cutting up your longer clips into shorter clips? And you can have different styles. It can also go from one person to two people to split screen. You can do so much with it. It can remove the ums and the pauses. You can change speed. So Opus Pro Clip is really good. Now, those videos that I mentioned, those AI tools rather that I mentioned earlier, are really good if you already have a long video or a video. But let's say you don't have a video, you only have an idea. You can go to the next couple of AI tools I'll introduce you to, and you can it's called text to image or text to video. And you can say, I want to create a 10-second video clip of somebody skiing down a slope in the Alps, pretending it's me looking through goggles. You can be that descriptive with it, and it will create those videos for you, right? So Runway is, again, another one of those AI tools that you'll just text to video, just tell it what you want it to do, or text to image or voice to image, tell it what you want, and it will create it for you. Another AI tool that will do that is in video. This is, again, one of my favorites. So create text, create videos just using text prompts. Make me a video of somebody in the backyard grilling my juicy hamburgers with my amazing spice sauce. And there you go. You've got a video for, a YouTube ad or social media. You're able to create and produce so many different versions so that you can actually test which versions or which angles work just through your mind, right? Sometimes people can't even write down their ideas because they go from their creative mind to their cerebral mind. And so with this, you don't have to worry about that. So I know we're supposed to do 40 minutes of a presentation and then 20 minutes of questions. So we're probably going to cut into questions time because I got some really great tools for you. But anyway, Pictory is another one of those that you can just give the text to. CapCut is really good for cutting things. So you can feed it a bunch of different video clips. Let's say you were out on a family vacation, or you're just out shopping and you're just like videotaping everything that you did for the day. CapCut will take all of the highlights from the videos and make it really punchy, do really cool transitions. I mean, CapCut is absolutely a phenomenal tool. Now, one of the things about Opus Pro Clip that I like is, let's say you have a longer video, you cut it into shorter videos, and now you have 10 short videos. Remember, I was saying now you have 10 short videos and you have 10 days worth of content. Well, you don't even have to, like, if you want to be gardening as well, you don't have to be there every day posting your videos to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest. You can put it into something like repurpose.io, and it will take your one video and it will put it on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, like wherever you want it to go. And you can even schedule it, right? So it's kind of like a set it and forget it. So do you see here? I hope you guys are getting the idea about how these AI tools can help you create all of the marketing assets you need, come up with all of the ideas, give you income generating ideas, and then just go out there and distribute it to everybody without you having to do it yourself. So this is an example of what it would look like. It will also, with AI, it will change the dimension. So depending on what platform it's putting on, it's going to make sure it has the right aspect ratio. It will crop it properly so that it renders the best and it's optimized in all of these places. And sometimes you'll have like a longer description. Let's say with 500 characters, that's a lot. But if you put that same video or image on Instagram, sorry, on Twitter or X, you have significantly fewer characters. So AI will take the most important parts of your longer description and still make it work for the other social media platforms. There's things like Zapier that can also help you connect all of these different channels, Dropbox, your sheets, Google Sheets. Like Zapier is just wonderful for connecting everything. So everything works together much more smoothly and efficiently without you having to be very manually involved. Now, that's kind of the video stuff. That's kind of the marketing stuff. I'm going to sort of get into a little bit about website design. So again, you can use ChatGPT, give it your business or a business idea, tell it that give me some context, give me some content for my website. This is the conversion strategy that I'm going for. I want them to join my newsletter, get on my email list. I want them to book a consultation. Like you can tell ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity what you want, and it will give you the output. And you can go to sites like Mixo. There are several more. Again, I'll give you guys my information at the end of this presentation so you can follow up with me, because as you can see, I'm just going through them, bam, 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 bam. In the longer presentation, I do demonstrations. I give you more tools, but I just wanted to sort of give you the basics, because this, I think, is a very solid toolkit for anybody to get started in AI. But anyway, so if you wanted to do a website, again, instead of hiring someone to do it, you can go to a site like Mixo. You can say, hey, I have an idea for a photography business. Can you make me a website? It may tell you to ask some questions, what type of photography, your pricing or whatever, but even with the most minimalistic prompts, it will give you a really good skeletal framework and structure for you to build your website. With all websites, you want to make sure that you're blogging. Again, I told you social media is for a quick sort of dopamine fix. When people have a solution or a pain point or they want to solve a problem, they go search for an answer and a solution online. So SEO is very important. If you want your website to rank, ultimately the goal is to be in position 1 on the first page of Google. You're going to want to make sure that you're using good SEO on the website that Mixo just created for you, right? So Siona will analyze your website, analyze your competitors' websites, tell you what keywords you should rank for, tell you who your audience is, and create content for you weekly. And tell you how, your rankings are changing. This is about $50 a month. There are some other ones like usestyle.a is another one. I think they're like sister companies, but it will help you. You can put your website URL here and hit go, and it will give you a mini report with some recommendations and suggestions. If you want more ideas for copy, or you have writer's block, or you're not a very good writer, you can go to something like copy.ai and it will write copy for you. It does grammar checks, etc. And it gets like all the repetitive tasks. It will help you do that here and share content information with your team. And you can use Jasper. Jasper is kind of like ChatGPT, but it's more specific and tailored for certain things, like, write me a children's book, and I don't know how to best describe how it's different than ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is sort of very general, where Jasper actually knows the nuances in, like, if you say, write me a video, it knows that there should be a hook. It knows that there should be a call to action at the end. It knows, you should have something informative or entertaining in the beginning. Whereas with ChatGPT, you would have to feed it that information. Give me a 30-second video with a hook in the beginning and a call to action at the end, because you have to feed it the prompts because it doesn't sort of necessarily know. But Jasper can help you with blog posts, videos, all sorts of ideas. Jasper was around before AI. And then lastly, I want to wrap up in 2 minutes so I can get to the chat. But we're sort of talking about, so I've talked to you about video and content creation and graphic design and automation tools and distribution tools. And, we got into how to make a website and how to SEO optimize your website. Another part of optimizing your website is having proof or social proof and credentializing yourself. So something like Provely, if you put that on your website, it automatically adds for you the real-time social proof, the scarcity, the psychology, the urgency that's needed on your website. And these little tweaks can help you boost your conversion. So in addition to SEO, you have these sort of psychological things. Provely can identify what kind of visitors are coming to your website and tailor dynamic content to show to them. So there's so much that you can do. And then lastly, if you have to do a presentation, like I said, a sales deck or a pitch deck, and presentations with charts and numbers and all that kind of stuff and making it look pretty, don't even worry about it. Don't even stress about it. Don't even think about it. Gamma will, just tell it how long the presentation should be, the goal of the presentation, if you want images, charts, whatever it is you want, and it will create like presentations and slide decks for you, right? And then lastly, one of my favorite ones is Otter.ai. Otter.ai is a wonderful transcription tool. I use it for everything. Any ideas that I have, I just sort of pull it up. I speak on here, I feed it into ChatGPT or Claude. I'll say, analyze this for me, or, put this into headings and subheadings, or make this make sense. So Otter is really good for, capturing your ideas or capturing, anything that it's said on a video. Yeah, it's just a wonderful transcription tool. And like I said, in the longer version of this short 45-minute presentation, I get into other transcription tools. Like there's just so much to AI. So like I was saying, AI can be scary for some people. They're not sure how to use it. It can be overwhelming, but these are just, the basic few tools to get you started in content creation, video production, graphic design, scheduling and templating things, presentations, avatars. Like, I think that this is really sort of the marketer's AI toolkit. And so with that, we've got 14 minutes for questions. I think I saw in the chat that we had at least, I don't know how many questions that we had in the chat, but I'm gonna let Catherine or CJ just, say a little something, and then I'm gonna scroll up to the top and read some of these questions.
Yeah, I think we're just sitting here with our minds blown, frankly.
It's so much. I know. I know. Yeah, it's a lot of amazing, wonderful things we can do for free, right?
Incredible. Well, learning how to use things. And you've shown a lot. So obviously people, you wouldn't have subscriptions to all of those
No.
as a small bit, but you would choose which ones work well for you. That's incredible. That's really exciting. I'd love to try some of these out.
Yeah, and they all do have free versions. So like I said, just go around and play with them. And then those that you feel that you want to use more often or invest in, then you can put the $20 or $30 in. But I would say that someone might want to set aside 100 to 150, and that's kind of on the high end. You can get away with 20, 40 bucks on the low end. But if you mentally put aside 100, maybe 150 bucks for these tools, you're gonna like maximize your marketing like nobody's business. So
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I see one question first off is
Sure.
can you get the recording? So yes, you're going to receive the recording having participated here today. There are some more specific questions. If CJ, if you're capturing, a
Mhm.
lot of the comments are just like, whoa, this is so amazing. And at one point we were all asking, is Nakimbe really here or is she in her garden right now?
Oh, really? That's a good one. That's really cute. I'm gonna do that. That's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah, that's cute.
Best marketing strategy for IT service provider.
Yeah, so I would go to ChatGPT and say, pretend that you are a world-class 20-year veteran business consulting specializing in IT. Please give me a business plan with how to penetrate the market, targeting this group, spending this much. Like just ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will be, or Claude or Perplexity will be able to answer that for you best and give you an entire marketing plan that I would charge you about $10,000 for. It would give it to you in 10 minutes for free. Don't tell people that though, I'll go out of business, but
What was it Alex was saying yesterday? AI is like a great starting point, and then you have someone check it, a professional check it, and you can
yes.
eliminate a lot of that cost in the kind of middle.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What else? Do we have anything else?
Hmm.
Absolutely. So Syed Reza has asked, there are so many AI tools introduced. You already talked about this a little bit, but can you please shortlist or recommend how you would put together a shortlist for deciding what are your necessary AI tools?
Sure. I would say the first thing is well, I'll tell you just my top. Okay. So ChatGPT used to be the main one for me, but now I use ChatGPT and Claude. So I'd say ChatGPT, Canva for my graphic design, and then I use Opus Clip for video editing. So those are the three that I mainly use, and I use Otter all the time. I use otter.ai all the time. So, but my advice would be to play around with the different ones and then just see what you like, because you might like the interface or there may be certain things that you like about them. So just think about yourself as a kid playing in the sandbox and just kind of have fun with it. And then you'll know which tools are best for you.
Yeah, so if people had the list that you just ran through and they look at a few of those platforms will have either free demos or they'll maybe have a video or something that shows what their platform looks like in action to get a
Yeah,
better
they all have a free version. So you can sign up for the free version and play with them. And then, like I said, once you figure out you need more or you want to remove a watermark or yeah, this is something that I want, you can invest. And then you don't even have to do it monthly. You can just pay for it the month that you use it. Like 11 Labs, I only use that every once in a while to get voice recordings and then I don't need it anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So freaky. It's so interesting. Wow.
This last question is kind of related to that, I think. Emirates is asking, was there one product that you mentioned that can turn product pictures into video adverts? Might have missed it if it was mentioned.
Yeah, in video is one of them. Runway is another one. You just sort of feed it your prompt. You can do things like if you guys are on social media, you know how they have those drone images going over the city. You can actually say create, a 7-second video with a drone image going over Las Vegas with this text on it using this voice, and boom, you're done. Yeah, it's a game changer. It's a game changer.
For sure. We've got a few people asking for your LinkedIn handle again.
Oh,
So if
geez, right.
you're
Yeah. So here's my
okay,
name.
I'll
Just look me up. You'll find me. Nakimbe
I've got it here. I was just looking it
Baobab.
up for people. I can do it.
Okay.
excellent.
Yeah.
All right, and then we still have a couple more questions, and they keep pouring in. So Farzad's asked, do these AI tools work on SEO or stats of a website? Do you need to put in some code?
No,
inside of your website to be able to analyze it.
no, you just put your website address in and it will do everything else for you. Yeah. Things that used to take hours now take minutes.
Yeah.
That's why I said in the beginning, some people think it's scary because it's a little bit too, like people are doing fake celebrities doing and saying fake things. And then there are also security risks. Like, mom, I forgot my PIN and it's not actually your daughter on the phone. You know what I mean? Like, so this voice cloning and this avatar thing, people are sometimes afraid it can go a little bit too far. So, there are starting to be legislations and regulations around
Yeah.
it as the technology emerges.
We had a lawyer for a webinar yesterday, and he was talking about using AI for contracts and shareholder agreements. And the takeaway was AI is great to get started with some of the basics. And then maybe when you get to the more sophisticated stuff, that's when you call in a professional. But there's so much that you can do on your own just to get started and to, as you say, to save yourself hours.
Yeah, because sometimes that's just the hardest thing, like just to think of like, where do I even begin? What's the first thing I write? Because you can have like complete overwhelm, right? So if you just, talk into your phone all of your thoughts and then feed it into ChatGPT and say, make this make sense, and then kind of start from there, right? And just kind of in closing, yeah, AI is great, but as someone was pointing out, AI can never write a real story about, your first heartbreak or, the death of a loved one or a pet. AI is never going to get those goosebumps, right? And so you always need the human touch. You always need the professional. You always need the strategy. AI is a great start to catapult you and give you a good springboard forward, but is not the end all and be all. Human beings and emotions still run and they still rule. Yeah.
Amazing. Incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is really just like sort of an introduction for people to even consider what's out there, because of course we've never heard of most of these things. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us today, Nakimbe. I guess we'll
My
let you get back to your
pleasure.
actual garden.
Okay.
For real.
And I'll send you the presentation slides so that you can give them to everybody
That's
who
super. Yeah.
attended.
Yeah. So for everyone who's here and attending, you'll have that coming to you. Might take a little bit. We're waiting for when Nakimbe sends it, we'll share it with you. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out for that. And thank you so much, Nakimbe.
Okay. Yay, guys. Have a great day. Thank you for your time and attention. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.